recovery was born as a reform movement. It was not the same reform as the same type of reform as the institutionalization movement, but it wanted to change things, and it did, at least in Anglo-Saxon countries, it did. And one thing that we still have in Spain, in Catalonia, very strong are the protocols. We have protocols depending on your disorder. We have a protocol if you have bipolar disorder, we have a protocol if you have schizophrenia, we have a protocol if you have an eating disorder, blah, 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 blah. One thing I think is important from the recovery movement is that it breaks this dynamic. So there is not a protocol depending on your disorder. There shouldn't be a protocol depending on your disorder. We should try to find your pathway that might have some needs that have to do with your experiences of suffering, and others might have to do with your sport preferences, your free time activities, your family, your life project in general. So breaking with this protocol for people with bipolar disorder, I think is, or was, when it started, one of the objectives of saying that recovery has many pathways. There is not a pathway for people with a label, but we have to find a pathway for each person. And yeah, sometimes there are some needs that are derived from these labels, but others not. And it is a mistake from huge hospitals to have these huge programs, yeah? Bipolar disorder program, protocol for blah, 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 program for, because these are programs where you put together a lot of people with the same disorder, with the same label, not the same disorder probably, the same label. You train doctors to be specialized in this label, and you assume that people with this label have the same needs, and that's not true. You are trying to give them the same pathway, and sometimes these pathways don't work with these persons because we are trying to do coffee for all with these protocols, and this is something recovery tries to break, tries to change.
But I am thinking that maybe you can work about, a guidelessness or a protocol, if following the Spanish, the Spanish habit, about protocols. But that I think that it's necessary to have something for that things change, maybe the centers have to be, for the centers have to know. I am thinking about person-driven, about person-centered care and the person-centered care planning, the centers have to do a change. And maybe they have to follow, the book that Larry Davidson and people from Porch wrote a long time ago. This is a guidelines about recovery. And I think it will be very important that in Spain they have this book to know what they have to do for the things change.